What's going guys, Zennosh here, and today in this video of Heir of Light I am actually gonna discuss about very common yet misunderstood mechanics of the Heir of Light. Okay, today I am actually gonna talk about elemental advantage and disadvantage. So what it really is, does it really provide the damage boost to your side if you have elemental advantage against your opponent? What sort of advantage you will actually gonna get? Or if you are on elemental disadvantage, what sort of negative effects you are actually gonna face while batting the opponent? Okay, so those are the things that we are actually gonna discuss in this video, and let's see how it's actually gonna go out. So lately I actually managed to talk with Dave Team Leo in the Discord channel, and he actually provided me with some really amazing data, and I'm actually gonna share with you guys on what sort of advantage you are gonna get when you have elemental advantage against your opponent, and what sort of disadvantage you are gonna incur when you are gonna battle against the opponent with the elemental advantage. Okay, so let's get this started guys. So whenever you are actually fighting with the elemental advantage on your side, let's say for in this case of situation, my water laner is fighting against the fire hits dungeon, right? So this is 11th floor right over here, and she is now actually gonna have some of the really good beneficiary effect that is gonna really help me to have upper hand against that opponent. Okay, so as I am having the elemental advantage, what are the sort of boost that I'm actually gonna get by default? Okay, so let's talk about that one guys. First of all guys, to talk about it, okay, main thing is that you are actually gonna receive 15% critical rate boost right off the bat. Yes, an additional 15% boost will be applied on you as soon as you actually manage to get that elemental advantage on your side. And the next thing is that even your accuracy rate will be boosted by 15%. Isn't that amazing? Okay, so that's the another thing that you have to keep in mind. And now let's talk about the another advantage guys. Okay, so if you somehow manage to inflict a dot damage, okay, let's say a fire dot against a forest enemy, or let's say a water dot against a fire enemy, right? In that case, the dot with the elemental superiority will have 15% extra boost of damage. So those are the advantages that you are gonna get with the elemental advantage. Okay, just three of those things: 15% increased critical rate, 15% increase in accuracy, whereas 15% increase in the damage by the dot with the elemental superiority. Okay, so that's the thing right out there. And now, what are the sort of disadvantages that we are gonna incur in case we are the one who is the victim of the elemental disadvantage? Okay, such in case let's say in this case of scenario, let's say that I'm actually fighting the fire opponent with my forest team. Okay, in that case, what's gonna happen? In that kind of situation guys, if I am actually gonna fight against the fire opponent with my forest team guys, that fire opponent will have his glancing hit chance improved by 50%. Okay, so there is a 50% chance that he is actually gonna consider a hit incoming towards him as a glancing hit. That is freakingly insane guys. Okay, first of all, glancing hit rate is one of the really OP mechanic in this game, which I have really made a separate video about what glancing hit really is and why is it so badass. Okay, I'm just gonna give you a brief review. A glancing hit actually makes you sort of immune to any sort of debuffs. First thing, it will actually reduce any sort of damage incoming to you, the normal damage, by up to 50%. That is insane, and you never can critical damage, okay, or crit hit a opponent that actually considers a hit as a glancing hit. Within that glancing hit, crit rate and crit damage somehow it goes out of the window. Okay, so that's the situation guys. Okay, so too much damage reduction, being immune to debuffs really make the glancing hit rate so OP in the entire game. It really gives you a lot of endurance and survivability. Okay, and having 50% increase in the glancing hit rate just due to elemental superiority is just too amazing. Okay, And now the next one is that like it will also decrease the chance to land the critical rate by 15%. Okay, so negative 15% to the critical rate chance. So that's also really sad thing right out there, meaning like you will need to have even extra critical hit rate boost in order to incur that critical damage, or else things are not actually gonna go through your way. And the next thing is that like even the accuracy rate will be decreased by minus 15%. Okay, so by 15% reduction of the accuracy rate will really allow, make it hard for your team to actually land debuffs on the opponent, like dots, okay, attack down or defense down, like those kind of debuffs. Okay, so that's the thing right out there. And in case you manage to inflict a fire dot, okay, against a water opponent, or let's say a water dot against a forest opponent, or let's say a forest dot against a fire opponent, what's gonna happen? The damage will be nullified. Okay, you really cannot expect any damage out of that one, even though you have successfully inflicted that dot of weaker element, okay, to a opponent. Then what's gonna happen? That dot will actually deal no damage at all. Okay, and now that's a very sad case of scenario. I am pretty shocked and surprised that with elemental advantage you really do not get any sort of damage boost. So if you have been thinking so far that with elemental advantage you sort of have higher damage boost, that is totally wrong, guys. Okay, so that's the problem right out there, and I'm pretty much surprised and shocked, why not? Okay, I mean there's so many things going on with the elemental disadvantage, but when we are having elemental advantage, this sort of advantage really is sort of short, okay, and it doesn't weigh up really nicely. I would really love to have a sort of damage boost, so that whenever I am actually gonna farm in the explore regions with the elemental superiority, I have better farming capacity or potential with the elemental superiority. Okay, so that was actually I was thinking so far, and today I have been wronged. Okay, so that's the thing right out there. So really bad case scenario right over there. And that is it, guys. That is it. I hope you enjoyed my video. I hope this video really did help you. This is it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do not forget to hit that like and subscribe button to keep on enjoying the contents of my channel, and see you guys in the next video.